If you trade with Quotex and you have a small account, probably sometimes you actually get to think that, hey, maybe this is not like an easy process, which is not, or this is not the right way to actually start making money with binary options. Well, let me tell you that in this video, I'm going to show you how I am actually growing a small account with Quotex trading so that you can actually have an idea as to, hey, maybe, yeah, this is possible. And of course, give you a few tips so that you finally get to the point where you start growing slowly but steadily your trading account with Quotex. Hi everyone, this is Christian here on YouTube and welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today, we're gonna talk about Quotex trading and more importantly, I'm gonna teach you exactly how I'm growing my small account with Quotex so you have an idea as to how to do it yourself as well. But hey, if you're new to my channel and you're into binary options, Forex trading, crypto trading, or any type of making money online, then this channel is for you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below and activate the notifications bell icon so that you get a notification every new video that I upload. With that being said, let's jump into the video. Hey, before you actually jump into watching the entire video, I want to tell you that I have a special gift for you in certain points of this video where I'm going to give you a special discount for a private signals group that I have where expert traders are giving you signals. I'm going to give you a very good discount if you're able to stay until the video and the entire part of the video so you know what's the secret in order for you to actually get that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it right there so you have to watch the entire video. Still, you're gonna enjoy it and learn a lot, but that's something secret that's gonna happen somewhere here. The first thing that we need to take in consideration is what is indeed a small account, because it could be relative and subjective as to maybe you think, hey, my small account is $10 and someone else might think, hey, my small account is $2,000. So the point of this video is not to actually say, hey, a small account is $100 or less, or a small account, it could be $1,000 or less. No, that's not the point. It's basically just to determine what for you is a small account. And what I mean with small account, I'm referring to also making small profits, because the bigger your account, the more profits you make, but the smaller, then the fewer profits you're gonna end up making. So the point is that you understand that even if it's a $10,000 or a $100 account, what I'm focusing on is the balance increase or the percentage balance increase on my account. Meaning if it's 1, 2, 3, 5%, it doesn't matter, but I'm actually showing my exact same target. Doesn't matter what my balance is. So if I have a $100,000 account and I make 5% in a week, then that's $5,000. If I have a $100 account and I make 5% per week, that's $5. So hopefully that actually makes sense. Obviously, I'm not here to show you $2 or $3 trades, but just so that you have an idea as to what do I mean when I say a small account. So hopefully that makes sense. And for those of you who just came into this video because you saw binary options in the title and you don't know what Quotex is this broker right here that you're looking at, and it's a binary options broker that is available worldwide. I do believe that they no longer accept US traders. I'm not 100% sure. I'm 90% sure. But if you're in the US, you can let me know in the comments if it's or not available in the US. I would appreciate it. But basically, it's a binary options broker that I have been using for about 2 years now that has good payouts, a fast platform, fast withdrawals, easy withdrawals, and so on. One of the things that I love about this broker is that they do accept crypto transactions, meaning crypto deposits, crypto withdrawals, which is the way that I personally do my deposits and withdrawals. So here is the actual trading platform. And by the way, they do offer a free demo account. So I'm gonna put the link to it in the description of this video. It is an affiliate link. So if by any chance you wanna use the exact same link, then basically I may get a small commission out of it, so I would appreciate it. But if not, you can just go ahead and Google the actual website and you're gonna be able to find it. And basically the platform has been in the market for around 5 years or something like that. Honestly, from the first time that I started using it, and this is not just to sound like, oh my God, this is extremely the best thing in the world. No, but it's the broker that I like the most at the end of the day. So here's the actual platform. That's the broker that we're gonna be using for this specific video. So again, if you wanna use it, the link will be in the description of this video. Now, if you are going to ask me, Chris, is Quotex a good broker? Honestly, look, there are many factors that a lot of people take in consideration when it comes to a good or bad broker, such as where they're located, who is the owner, where are the headquarters, a bunch of stuff. But to me, and more importantly, in binary options, which you already know that is a very risky business. I mean, Forex and binary, Forex is way safer than binary options. Binary options is even at the level from some authorities as gambling, as casinos and stuff like that. So you know how they consider that to be risky. So the point that I'm trying to make is what I actually focus on is one, that the platform gives me what I need, and two, that I actually can withdraw money. So since I've been able to withdraw money from Quotex, there's no reason why I should say, hey, this is not a trusted company. I've seen some videos out there from people talking about brokers or systems or softwares, not everything related to day trading, but they always like make this review about, hey, you know what? This company is located in the Bahamas, for example. So it's a scam. I don't actually do it that way. I just test it. I see if it's worth it for me. And at the end of the day, if I get the payout, if I can withdraw my money, then I'm gonna keep on using it until I'm not able to do so. So in my opinion, yes, Quotex is a good broker. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, the first thing that I want to do in this video is actually to show you the live trades that I was able to place. And then I'm going to explain to you the entries that I had, and hopefully we can have some fun out of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at those live trades right now.
Hey, I got a confession. Been losing all momentum. Just because it's easy, but that don't make it better. I wanna dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean. Oh, I miss the summers with you and never swipe left or right. sound ancient.
All right, so now that we look at the live trades, it's actually time for us to analyze the trades ourselves. And then right now I'm just gonna explain you the entry points. So this is 2 days of trading. I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and get this right here so you can see it all. There you go. So it's 2 days of trading. The first day right here, as you can see, I placed one position. I was trading for 1 and 2 minutes, depending on what the candlesticks are. The first day I decided to actually trade using my regular 1 minute strategy using the RSI 50 level and then the stochastic oscillator following the trend. That's what I decided to do that exact same day. But then I decided to actually be a lot more conservative, and as you can see in the previous video that I posted with pocket option, I actually used longer time frames in order to be more conservative. I was a lot more accurate, and therefore I decided to actually change that. So you can see that I was playing on my screen. I wasn't really like just showing the screen or anything. I was doing my own analysis. I just put the recorder to actually record my screen. But you can see that we have one trade for $100 right here. And still, I'm actually drawing the area of the zone that I'm actually trying to trade with in order to find the right support line, the point of retraction and stuff. You can see that I had issues with the drawings. And then I lost that first one, but then I realized that there was a trading zone in that section. So what I decided to do was to actually have more entries. I know at this point that what you're gonna say, like, whoa, you placed so many trades. Yes, I placed so many trades with this specific strategy, which I think is the riskiest one. That's the way that I actually have been able to make the most money. It's not martingale because I'm not doubling my amount or anything like that. Basically what I'm doing is placing positions at better pricing, entry price and stuff. So I have a lot of entries, but you're gonna realize how I was able to recover. I even put all my balance in one single position, and here I am. And then you can see my payout. You see that when I first started, I started with $2,400. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna lose money or that I'm just never gonna be able to make money or something like that. We're gonna see how this first clip, I ended up with a balance that was not the one that I had. I ended up losing $300, which was fine, but that's the reason why I decided to actually change my strategy and become a lot more supportive, a lot more conservative, I'm sorry. So here we have a trend of right now we're gonna draw the line, okay? I don't wanna get you confused or anything like that, but I saw a resistance point that was actually being respected in this area, and I'm looking for the trading zone using the rectangle. As usual, I closed my moving average so that it didn't really confuse me, and I started drawing the actual trading zone. What happened to that one? Oh, I lost it? Did I? Yeah, I lost it in the last second. But then I actually had a better entry at that same resistance point. And basically what I was trying to do was to actually catch the retraction on the trade. Obviously, you see right now that I risked some money as well. And the final results out of those specific positions, I lost obviously a few, and I was still in negative by around $500. So now we jump into day number 2 and trade number 1 of day number 2. You can see right here that I actually switched from 30-second candlesticks to 1 minute. And I have a trading area right here with support and resistance. Another thing that I want to point out right here, I use the pending order feature inside of the broker. This pending order feature is insanely good. So basically what you do is that you click on this pending trade button right here and you put the entry price that you want to choose and the expiration time. So you can see that I had a support line and 135,400, and I have a resistance line at this point. So even if I was looking at other pairs, I was going to leave a pending order so that once that price was actually reached, I would have more positions activated. So I placed my entry point right here, as you can see, 400 at that level, and then left that for 2 minutes, and there you go. I placed the pending orders. Here, this is USD CAD. I saw an entire trading zone that could be profitable, taking in consideration that this wick was actually telling me that there was a strong resistance. Now, obviously, since we're trading with 1 minute, it could be less respected than if we were in 5 minutes or something like that. This is where I erased the actual trading zone and just drew 2 horizontal lines in order to actually get that done. And here we had some pending orders activated, and you can see that I was trading with 3 pairs at once. Obviously, I know what I'm doing, all right? So don't try this, what is it that they say in the commercials? Don't try this at home if you don't know exactly what you're doing. So I knew that those positions were actually being placed. Another thing that I want you to actually notice is that the directions of the USD pairs were opposite. What is it that I mean by that? If Euro USD was a short position, which I don't know if it was it? Oh yeah, GBP USD and Euro USD were short positions, and USD CAD was a call position. Why? Because the USD is against each pair. So you can see that the euro is against the dollar, and then the US dollar is against the Canadian dollar. So most of the times, it's not 100% guaranteed, but most of the times when the euro USD goes down, the USD pairs starts to go up. So I knew that I was gonna get something in the middle, and I was still gonna be like in profit no matter what. So you can see right now that I have a bunch of positions in this section right here. One is the GBP USD. This one right here is actually for 1,134 in profit. I started winning positions. The other one 366, then $750 on the Euro USD. And all of them are about to expire. Euro USD right now, I think I switched my pair. There you go. I think I lost the first one. I don't remember. Then GBP USD was profitable all. Then you can see again that it stayed between the actual lines of support and resistance, and I was able to win the transactions on Euro USD as well. My balances started to increase, $2,133. I won another one, $2,320, and I won the last one for $366. That was day 2, the first clip. I ended up losing these, but I think I was still in I won break even in the other one. I won it, $2,600. Now we jump into day number 2 and the second clip. Here, I was even a lot more conservative. I was still in 1 minute, but I try to look for the right expiration time. Why? Because it doesn't matter if you actually trade with 5 minutes or 10 minutes. The point is that you need to identify where the candlestick is actually going to close. So for instance, if the candlestick is going to close at 10:10 or 10:15, you can put the expiration for 10:15. If you enter the trade at 10:07 and you enter for 10 minutes, then it's gonna expire at 10:17. Does that make sense? So you gotta play with that. I know I'm talking a lot, but as long as you watch this video many times, you're gonna know exactly what I'm doing. So here I drew the trading zone based on these wicks that you see right here and the closing of this candlestick. Why? Because even though this was a jump, this was because of some high volatility news, but then you see a support zone in this specific section. So I enter for like 5 minutes. I'm gonna speed up this right here, obviously. And again, I was a lot more conservative here. You can see that I placed one trade for $100. Spoiler alert, I did a lot better being more conservative, so I'm gonna continue being like this, but so that you can see that the first trades were actually risky. As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, I placed some other trades using this. I made even more money, so that's the reason why you see my balance a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna leave that for a next video. But yeah, here it is, and we end up winning the position. Well, it was kind of risky though. But we ended up winning the position, and the actual candlestick stayed out of the zone. So you can see that I ended up with $2,683. And if I'm not mistaken, on day number 1, we started with, let me just go ahead and pause it. Okay, that wasn't the one, was it? No, we're still missing one. All right, this was the first trades. $2,400, and we ended up with $2,600. Now, a 10% is not the best, okay? It's not the best, but trust me, if you're trading with any, well, it's actually 2000. Oh, did I actually miss one? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. This was the first one, I'm sorry about that. So this is the last clip. This is the last clip on the trades. You see, I play so many trades and I've been recording like for certain days that I kind of get confused because I have some other clips right here where I place positions right here in Quotex too. So here I actually drew the trading zone based on this support line right here that it was pretty strong. Even though it was broken in 1 minute, in 5 minutes probably was respected. And then we had a huge imbalance candlestick that actually left a very deep space right here. As you can see, it came back and filled out according to this trading zone one more time. So this actually gave me this trading zone. So I knew that the trades either went into this direction and start dropping or start dropping from now since the candlestick already touched the actual space. Now you can see that if I would have entered for like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something like that, I would have won that trade, but it started jumping. So it went inside of the zone one more time. So I decided to have more entries. And what happened here is that the zone was still being respected in 1 minute candlestick, and I was able to actually have one deep win. Now, this doesn't always happen as usual. You'd have to do the analysis and stuff. But here's a question that I actually want to ask you is, if you haven't understand this, I'm going to go ahead and explain the strategy right now. But if after the explanation of the strategy, I'm not able to leave it clear or you still have many questions, then I'm going to make another video explaining what I'm doing right now. But first of all, I'm actually combining Forex with binary here. If you watched the previous video on pocket option, I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the cards, you're gonna understand exactly what I've been doing here, okay? It's a very detailed video, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, the way this strategy works, the one that I'm using, first of all, I don't need the RSI and I don't need pretty much the moving average. Pretty much I don't need any indicator other than my technical analysis. And the way I actually trade or do it is that identifies certain movements. First of all, it's kind of easy to see the trend, okay? You don't actually have to get crazy about the trend or anything like that. No, you do have a trend. So what you do is that you can either draw a trading zone or a support and resistance level. For instance, right here, there's two options. You can see that we have a support and resistance level somewhere here, here, and here, okay? So you have two options here. You can either trade inside of the support resistance. Why? Because this is a stable market. We don't have any trend. So once the price actually reaches this area, you can enter a put position. Since we're looking at 1 minute positions, you can enter a 2 minute or maybe even 3 minute position, but 2 minute, I think it's fine. And if you enter into this area, then you can enter a call position for 2 minutes as well. That's one way to trade. The other way to trade, and let me just go ahead and look for a trend. Let me just go ahead and look for a trend. There you go. Here, you can actually identify as well that there is a trend, a downtrend. So what we're looking at is those retractions that I already explained many times before in my videos. So here I see a support line that was actually pretty strongly respected by this week. I mean, the price went down strongly, but then it retracted to go back because the support line was pretty strong. And in order for me to identify what is the trading zone, I need to see the latest resistance point, which it would be this one right here, so that you fully understand, okay, so the trade can actually enter this area because there's a resistance point, but this cannot pass to this area. So any trade during here must start going down. So as you can see right here, the price has started to go down after entering the zone. Probably you didn't win all of the positions, but if you enter one trade right here and you lost it, and then you enter 1 or 2 or 3 trades right here, you win in them all, okay? Let me look for another example with trending. I wanna see a fine trend. So hold on. These are stable. this is some kind of support line, but it's not 100% clear. I'm gonna have to go back to different examples, such as right here, for instance. Let me find one that happens more often. This happens pretty often, actually, but we're gonna try to identify this trend. Sorry, I drew an horizontal line. So you need to actually find what is the support line. This is the support line, right? And then you need to find a resistance point inside of very little candles. What I mean by very little candles, or even this is the support line, I'm sorry. So what I mean by very little candles is what is the actual last candle that actually was respected by support resistance strongly. For instance, here you can see that this is a support line and this is another support line. Okay, if you actually look for support and resistance, we would have gone right here because this is the resistance point that goes into this section, right? Right here. So that's the support and resistance. But no, we're looking at two supports. One that is soft and one that is the confirmation of the support line. So right here, you can see that this is a good section. Now, it didn't immediately happen, as you can see in this area. But guess what? If we extend that horizontal line, it was respected not once, not twice, but 3 times. So the price went down to this direction, but then it went back. So here you can actually enter a put position, 2 minutes, you want it. Another, this one touched it as well. 2 minutes, you want it. Another one, 2 minutes, and you want it. So the point of this specific strategy is to find those support levels that are broken if it's a downtrend, and then the retraction so brings back the market so that it can test again that new resistance. And if we're going into an uptrend, then you need to find the breakouts on resistance so that it goes back and takes more pairs to actually go. Look, let me just give you some technical extra tips that are going to help you out. First of all, the eye needs to get used to this specific type of trading, okay? It needs to get used to it. What I'm trying to tell you here is that sometimes you might even miss these opportunities and you're like, oh my God, this was so perfect and I missed it. You can see right now that, and we can try to find another example on a downtrend. For instance, right here, you can see that there was a big movement in this section. Oh my God, I'm sorry. You can see that it was a big movement in this section. So this is a support line. And this is another support line. Both of them were actually tested. So here you can actually say, hey, this is a support line. Now, this one didn't touch. And that doesn't necessarily mean, oh my God, my analysis was bad. No. What it basically means is just the fact that the price didn't go into the entry direction. But we can keep on back testing in all levels that you want to. Obviously, right here is different than TradingView because with TradingView is a lot more easier or transparent to actually do it. But you can find examples. All of these were not touched. For instance, right here, this is a downtrend, right? So this was a support level right here. And this is another one. You see? Now, this one, maybe you could have entered at this point, but honestly, it's kind of risky. It's confusing. I know right now it's easier to look at it, but it doesn't always happen like this. And here you can see that we have another support line that wasn't touched again as a resistance. And then we have another one right here that we can use this as a trading zone. It wasn't touched again. And like that, we can find so many examples. But that doesn't mean that you don't understand the strategy, okay? What we're doing right here is that we're playing with our ads. And when we play with our ads, basically what I mean is that we don't know exactly when the market is gonna come up again, but we have an idea as to, hey, if this price dropped that much, maybe some people in Forex, and again, watch that other strategy video that I shared, so you understand why I say Forex and other traders and institutions. But there's a certain point where institutions and retail traders are placing pending orders. And so, look, this is a mistake probably that I made. Why? Because I didn't take in consideration the wick. So this is a good trading zone. And if we actually go all the way to right here, this is a trading zone. Take a look at how exact this order was. You can see right here that it literally touched and then boom, started dropping. This is called an order block, okay? Just in case you didn't know, this is called an order block. And the point of it is basically the fact that you identify where other people are placing pending orders. This can happen many times before. For instance, right here, we see a support line, there you go, that is being respected. And I would say, hey, you know what? The size of this candle could be the trading zone. Nothing more than that can beat it. And there you go. Once he actually got to this level, boom, it started dropping. It got again into the zone, boom, it started dropping. It got again into the zone and boom, started dropping. So the point of the strategy and my technical tip is go ahead and get used to seeing those charts in that specific scenario. I wish I could actually find one live scenario right now. Honestly, well, I do see some scenarios right here, but you know, they're kind of risky and some of them are already passed and gone. But I'm gonna try to find some live examples when I'm analyzing those specific markets. Right here is support. I don't even know why I have this. But you can see that I'm gonna try to record some live analysis when I'm doing it for the next video, but you get to see the point of the strategy and hopefully it makes sense to you as well. Now, I know this question might come along and you might ask me, hey, why 1 minute and 2 minute trades? We have this strategy and this strategy works for 1 minute trades, for 2 minute trades, for 5 minute trades, for 15-minute trades, for 1 hour trades, for 2 hour trades. And even if you actually jump and change it to like, let's say 15-minute candlesticks, because you want to trade, you can trade up to 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever. You want to do it that way, fine. Let's go ahead and find an example of it right now. This is a downtrend, I guess. Okay, this is a good example. Take a look. Oh, sure, I put the, all right. This is a good example. This is a resistance line. It was a support line right here, as you can see. And then it was broken in this candlestick right here. It went back and started getting some trades. I would draw the zone according to the candlestick, the green one, that when it was respected, and it's almost perfect. You see, you enter, boom, you won. You enter, boom, you win. Even this one, you might have lost a couple of ones, but you get the point. This is 15-minute candles. And this area might even be respected a few times. No, it wasn't. And then we can go back and see more, some other examples. This one right here, for example. This is the support line, and I'm gonna have the entire green candle as my trading zone. And you can see how perfect it is. It went to that point and then it started dropping. The trades or the pending orders could be activated here or here. Right here, you can see that all of them were activated in the red candle because the drop was insanely good. It was even lower than the previous 3 green candles. So that means that many pending orders were executed at that specific time. So hopefully that makes sense. And again, why 1 minute? Because I'm using it 1 minute in Quotex. In Pocket Option, I'm using it with 5 minutes. And like that, you can just continue finding examples and in the end, understanding that it works in every time frame. It is way more respected. A higher time frame, way more respected the strategy as usual, but I'm using it 1 minute just because of this. Now you probably are going to wonder as well, what are the best times to trade? And honestly, for this specific strategy, I think the New York session is the killer. What I mean is 13 GMT to like around 17 GMT at the most. Right now, literally is 16 GMT and I'm not trading right now, but you get the idea that those are the times where most volatility is actually found into the market. The better payouts are actually shown and the markets are either having a downtrend or uptrend. You can see the London session, it's a lot more stable, and you can see the Asian session is a lot more stable as well. Why? Because the majority of the traders, retails and institutions are placing trades in the New York session. So between 13 to like 15 GMTs where you're gonna see all a bunch of trades being placed at once and big drops and jumps according to those setups that I just showed you. So Try to trade it during those times. If not possible, the second best time it would be the Asian session, which starts like around 2 GMT or 3 GMT or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Try to look it up online. And the London session, honestly, the payouts are the worst, so I wouldn't recommend you to trade right there. Now, I know I've said a lot, and sometimes we all need some sort of help or support or company when it comes to day trading. So therefore, I want to talk to you about my special and secret signals group for binary options. I know some of you might be familiar with it, but if this is the first time that you've ever heard that I have a signals group, yes, I do. I have a binary options and a Forex signals group, but this time, let me just go ahead and talk to you about the BLW Binary Master App, which is a website that I personally created in order to help you make money with binary options. Sometimes we need that certain, extra confirmation about, hey, should I enter this trade or shouldn't I enter this trade, and so on. So here's the website. And in the website, not only you're gonna find signals from expert traders, but you're also gonna find 3 things. You're gonna find a complete training when it comes to binary options, specially made by me, with 10 different lessons where I'm going to teach you what are binary options, how to trade binary options, how to choose a broker, how to deposit, and so on. So once you actually go through this training, then you're able to download an application that I've specially made for you as well, that you can install into your MetaTrader 4 and make money with it. It's a signal service application. You install it and you start getting signals immediately for 2 or 3 minute positions telling you, hey, buy here, sell here. It's completely amazing. You can learn more about in blwbinarymasterApp.com. And if that's not enough, we got 2 signal providers who are doing amazingly great. The first one is Marcel, who is by far, I think, the top trader or the best binary trader that I've ever seen. He's even better than me in sending signals, and here he is with over 2,000 members following his signal. It's just amazing. And he actually shares his different schedules. For instance, right here, Monday he's at 12 GMT, Tuesday and Wednesday 13 GMT, Thursday 12:30 GMT, and Friday 13 GMT. He gives a different schedule every single week. And if that's not enough, we have Pablo Signals now, who is providing a signals to, again, same thing, doing the analysis for you, placing the signals for you, and showing you exactly how you should be trading with these specific signals. I even have some webinars. Marcel has some webinars as well, where he teaches exactly how to follow his signals and so on. So definitely the invitation is right there, not only for the signals, but also for the training and also for the application. Now, how is it that you're supposed to get into this group? Well, it's actually insanely cheap. If you actually go into the website and go to pricing, you're gonna find different options in order to get it. Marcel offers a $17 mentorship that is optional, but you can actually have the monthly plan for only $49.99 a month, the 6 month for $249.99, and the yearly plan for almost $500 for 1 year of signals, which is insanely cheap. And in the 6 month and the 1 year plan, you have a free mentorship with Marcel. So hopefully I can see you there making money with us. The invitation is right there, blwbinarymasterApp.com. Okay, so the special gift that I had for you in regards to this signals group that I just mentioned is basically a 20% discount on your first month of the BLW Binary Master app. So if you want to actually get this, go ahead and type in the code SECRET YouTube, and you will be able to actually get that discount immediately. So go ahead and use it right now. Thank you for staying up until the end of this video. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video, and if you did, smash the like button to support this YouTube channel. But more importantly, if you have any questions or comments to share, you can always use the comment section below, and my team will be happy to reply to you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.